Tonight is the night it becomes official for Darko Milicic. Welcome to the NBA. For two kids who came from Iowa to Kansas, together they're here to take the next step in their basketball lives. And guys who've been known by their nicknames already, Melo and Bron, making dreams come true on a night their dreams come true.
Yeah.
If you make it onto that marquee, you've made it in sports. The world's most famous arena is Madison Square Garden, and the theater attached to MSG, hosting the 2003 class for the NBA draft. Who will be the superstars in that picture down the line? David Stern has posed in many a class over the years, but the people of New York and the fans of the NBA want a front row seat to be here the night Carmelo, Darko, and some guy named LeBron officially enter the NBA. We welcome you to our ESPN coverage. Proud and privileged at ESPN to be a part of one of the more interesting and exciting drafts of any sport in recent memory because of the unprecedented hype for one person entering a league. LeBron James, who is set to make the 40-mile move from Akron to Cleveland, Ohio.
If there's one player in the league that a team would have called and said you can have, would you have traded this pick?
There is no player, Jim, for whom we would have traded this pick. There isn't a whole team. We're very excited to have this player, and we believe he's going to give this marketplace a great future of exciting basketball.
That's saying an awful lot, Gordon.
It is, but that's how I feel. You know, otherwise, if I didn't, I'd probably be run out of town.
All right, Gordon. These are going to go on sale, Mike Tirico. The number 23 jersey, the new crimson colors of the Cavaliers, they go on sale in about 15, 20 minutes. They are lined up around the block. They probably won't have enough. Back to you in New York.
Jim, they'll go from the bottom third of merchandise in the league, I would guess, to the upper half, maybe the upper third. It's not just the new jersey, it's the guy who's going to be wearing that number 23, as he does in tribute to Michael Jordan. Dick Vitale, you got to see some of LeBron James' high school games. He seems to have, Dick, in addition to all the basketball, that special it that makes stars superstars.
I tell you, Mike, I was so in awe watching him. I thought I was watching a rock star, the way he handled himself. In fact, he was much better than I even expected. I mean, it was incredible. I remember getting a call years ago from Mr. Garfinkel of the 5-star camp. He told me he had a 15-year-old that dominated both his leagues, the NBA and the college division, and that's never been done before. Then he went to the big stage at Adidas and marched on and became incredible in Nike camp as well. Bottom line is, this kid has lived up to all the expectations. He has that special instinct, feel for the game. I'm going on my silver anniversary at ESPN. 25 years. He's the best high school player I have ever seen in my 25 years, man. And he's got that charisma where the box office and the cash register is going to go ding-a-ling-ding because he's got that smile, Mr. Tirico, just like you.
It's the ding-a-ling-ding to go with the bling and everything else that will make Cavs games an event now in Cleveland. Jay Billis, you did some of those games with Dick. Basketball-wise, does LeBron have everything that everybody's building him up to have?
Yeah, he's just as skilled as Kobe Bryant or Kevin Garnett at the same age, but he is far more physically imposing. And, Mike, I'll tell you, I don't think any reasonable basketball person would take anyone else number one than LeBron James in this draft. It's an absolute no-brainer. He's got what it takes to be a great NBA player, and I think he will be.
Greg, if you were advising LeBron, what would you tell him the toughest thing ahead for him is?
Well, I think he has to be patient. I think the expectation level is so high for LeBron right now. Everyone has put him up there in the stratosphere. He just has to be patient and allow the game to come to him.
I think the only way he fails is if he fails to meet our expectations. I would just say this to the fans and the media: let's not create LeBron's legacy. Let him create one for himself.
The exciting part is, even though we know where he's going, it's still the official step tonight. And to watch a guy who's come from tough upbringing to great success, it's a pretty special night in his life, and we'll be here to share it when that first pick comes in a little bit. And LeBron James, he's on deck. The Cavs will be on the clock. The picks start when you come back.
The first pick
in the 2003 NBA Draft will be made by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have 5 minutes to make this selection.
And LeBron James will sit for the next few minutes, the most comfortable wait for a #1 pick. If you couldn't hear what the fans were chanting, they were chanting Fire Layden, talking about Scott Layden, GM of the Knicks. The Knicks will pick 9th, and we'll talk about that when it comes around, because it will be an interesting atmosphere here in the theater. But the move that LeBron James is about to make from high school to the NBA, Amari Stoudemire, the #9 overall pick by Phoenix last year, from a number standpoint, did it as well as anybody ever in the history of the league. Tough to make that early impact. Jay Billis, what, as you break down LeBron James' game, gives him the skill set to join Stoudemire, making the move high school to the pros?
Well, I think, Mike, first you start with his body. LeBron James has an NBA body. He is prepared from a physical standpoint to make this jump to the NBA, as prepared as any high school player has ever been. 6'7½", 240 pounds plus. He is strong and an absolute man. He is an extraordinary passer, a Magic Johnson-type passer that can really see the floor and deliver the ball. He is easy to play with. He will be a great teammate because he doesn't need to score in order to impact a basketball game. He's also got explosion ability. LeBron James can get to the basket. He can rise up and finish once he gets there with that great athleticism, and he's got the handle and the first step in order to get to the hole. What does he need to improve upon? His defensive concentration. He needs to involve himself in more plays, not just hang back. He does defend. He needs to do a better job, and he's got to refine his shot. He is not a good jump shooter, but he shoots a good ball, and he shoots it with ease from range. I think with work on that jump shot, LeBron James can be a good jump shooter. He has got the complete package, the most prepared high school player ever, at least since Moses Malone, to jump into this league and play right away.
How good will he be, guys?
I think he's going to be tremendous. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. Unless he gets injured, he has too much upside not to be great.
Didn't we all cherry pick in high school? And do we have to pick that one out? I cherry picked. I know that. It was fun. You could dunk.
It's an amazing story of a young man who's gone from tough times to great success, and the crowning moment for LeBron James, something he's dreamed about his whole life, is about to happen. We'll go up to the podium and Commissioner Stern for the first pick this year.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
There he is with his mom, Gloria. Gloria sacrificed a lot, gave birth to LeBron when she was 16. On their own at 19, living on assistance, food stamps, and here they are just a short time later, $100 million in contract, endorsements in basketball, and LeBron James makes a great American story. From tough times to tremendous success. The second player from high school selected first overall, Kwame Brown of the Washington Wizards, doing it a couple of years ago. High school games on national TV, and what has been the most impressive to me is how he's handled the unprecedented hype.
Oh, you know what's amazing to me is we are actually going to see LeBron James jerseys. We're going to see Cleveland Cavalier jerseys in Montana, in LA, in New York, in Chicago. And his impact is not just going to be on the court. It's going to be felt all across the landscape of America.
You know, you got to love this guy, too, in terms of his poise and the way he's really handled himself through all this adversity. I mean, this is a great moment for him and his family, obviously, but also for the city of Cleveland.
It is for Cleveland as well, and here is LeBron James on the Sprite set with Michelle Tafoya.
Mike, thanks. LeBron, this was a moment years in the making, and even though you knew you were going to be the top pick in the draft, you said you weren't sure how you'd feel when David Stern actually called your name. So I have to ask you, what was the moment like?
It was great. You know, this is a long-time dream to finally accomplish this, and it finally shows that the hard work has finally paid off for me.
And a lot lies ahead. You will most certainly be the most scrutinized rookie in the history of the NBA. What will make a successful season by your definition in the rookie year?
You know, seeing our team get better every day. I think that's going to be the biggest accomplishment for us because last year we weren't pretty good. But if I feel like we get better every day as a team, that's going to be my biggest goal this year.
There has been some talk that they might want to play you at the point guard. What do you think?
I think I'm going to be ready for it. You know, for anything that Coach Silas needs me to do for my team to win, I think I'm going to be happy about it.
You threw out to Carmelo Anthony, basically game on. Let's vie for Rookie of the Year. Let's compete. Why will you win that contest?
You know, I think, I'm not sure I'm going to win the contest. I just think that I'm just going to try to get my teammates better. You know, I'm not looking for individual things. I'm all about the team.
Well, the team wears this jersey on the road, LeBron. Here it is. Enjoy it.
All right, Cavs fans back at home.
Mike, back
Pops,
to you.
what up?
Ohio's own LeBron James becomes the first player taken in the #1 overall selection who was born in the same state of the team that picked him.